Good evening. My name is Wifey Panic. It has come to my attention via social media chatter that members of the LBW locker room are dissatisfied with last week's heavyweight title triple threat. The case has been made that Mr. Handy should not have been allowed to compete, and had he not, Rip Sexton would have had a fair chance to win. Let me be clear, I am the general manager of Low Budget Wrestling, and my decisions are always what's best for business. So, if Mr. Sexton believes he was robbed of an opportunity, I'm going to give him one tonight when he goes one-on-one with the Russian gladiator Bear Bradford. You wanted more action? You're going to get it here at Low Budget Wrestling. Brought to you by Team Black Lion. Fight, believe, win.
Welcome back to Low Budget Wrestling Week 3. Our general manager has set us up with a great main event tonight, pitting Rip, the ladies' man Sexton, against the Russian gladiator Bear Bradford. But first, let's go down to the ring where Buck Cashman has grabbed the hot mic. Heading into our first contest of the night, it's Buck Cashman taking on Jeremiah, the Mouth from down south, Fenwick. Now, it's worth noting here that Jeremiah Fenwick actually sold his spot in the heavyweight title tournament to Buck Cashman. So, you gotta figure, maybe, after that, the impassioned speech from Buck, maybe he's not feeling respected. Maybe he's feeling like he needs to get a little return on his investment. Because he got put out of the first round of the tournament by Joel the Mailman Bacon, and then was the first person eliminated from the second chance battle royal by the eventual winner, Mr. Handy. Man, Buck's got a lot to prove. We've seen a lot of good stuff from the kid, but we're gonna need to see if he can back up any of that big talk he had earlier tonight. And I guess the first thing he wants to do is cement his place in this relationship with Jeremiah Fenwick. Here we have the Mouth from down south, Jeremiah Fenwick, the leader of the Congregation of Sacred Fellows, which, between you and me, I'm all for religious freedom. I support you, and you have the right to worship a flying spaghetti monster if you want to. But anyone who believes that Jeremiah Fenwick isn't he look at it. He's clearly a demon. Posing as a pious man. I mean, he runs a very successful congregation. They meet in a giant church. People send him money all the time. He wears a cross around his neck, but the guy is clearly evil. Look at the beard. Look at the mustache. That is not the mustache of an honorable man. Look, who laughs that way? No one. But, despite the fact that he possesses the left hand of stone, and he weighs in at an impressive 6'6", 600 pounds somehow, you know, you can't deny that the man is a fantastic athlete. Now, this is his first appearance on LBW television, so you are going to get to see that for yourself tonight as he takes on his associate, Buck Cashman. Buck opening up with a series of rights doesn't even stagger the big man. Buck laying into him, really trying to end it. There you go. So Buck with the Luthez press finally gets the big man off his feet. So Cashman is a house of fire out of the gate. He knows he's got to get on this fast and keep his foot on the gas pedal. If Jeremiah Fenwick gets a chance, he's going to slow this match down. He's going to use that power, that clearly not sanctimonious power. Dropping that big 600-pound knee into the small of the back. Cashman trying to be quick, trying to be agile. Just takes a sandal to the face. Well, Cashman laying the hands in. They don't seem to have a lot of effect individually, but you stack up a lot of rabbit punches, you might get something done. Whipped into the middle turnbuckle, right to the shoulder. Cashman, he's a house of fire, gets shoved off. It's like watching little brother fight big brother until big brother's had enough. Side gut wrench suplex. To the middle turnbuckle. Goes for the big senton splash. It hits absolutely nothing. And the Buck Cashman able to get out of the way. Tucks that head. Snap DDT. He's moving fast. He's keeping it light. Returns the favor, from what he learned from Jeremiah Fenwick. Ooh, twists the elbow and stomps on it. He taunting him. Taunt that man to his feet. What do you got? Over the shoulders. Falcon arrow, center of the ring. And it has been all offense from Cashman, but he can't get the pin. And Fenwick might have had enough. Snatched him into the pump handle suplex. Jeremiah Fenwick, you kind of get the feeling that he's kind of letting Buck have this one right now. He's not mounting a lot of offense. Yeah, he wasn't giving him a whole lot of looks. He's just kind of letting him punch him, kind of letting him work those frustrations out. A good leader knows that sometimes you got to let the congregation speak on. You got to let them speak on it. But I think the frustration of almost getting pinned is it might be pushing Jeremiah to a place that the Buck doesn't want him to go. Yeah, see, Buck's in danger right now. And see this? Clearly, folks, this is not the behavior of a pious man. Kiss to the forehead, sweeping DDT. It's not enough to keep Cashman down. They Buck all the heart in the world, but sometimes that heart just means you get a longer beating. Flying elbow missed. The Buck using that agility, he's trying to stay in this thing. It's a quick right hand, a short forearm. He's got him up on his shoulders. Gonna try the Falcon Arrow a second time. Pulls that leg away from the ropes. Good ring positioning, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. And Jeremiah Fenwick is on his feet as quick as Cashman is. That's the second time that Fenwick has been surprised. Cradle. Down across the knee. Cashman reverses. Reaching to the outside. Oh, got a second to taunt Buddy. Take that big pompadour to the face. The judo flip over the shoulder, get thrown by your head. This is not good for the neck. And then reach down and get it cranked on. Just one hand tucked up under the chin, the other on top of the head, twisting sideways. Side Uranagi suplex. Ring the bell. That's it for Buck Cashman. Lesson learned. When the mouth from down south, Jeremiah Fenwick, comes to collect, you pay. You pay. As we were taking a look at these replays, really, Buck got a lot of offense in the early going of the match, but Jeremiah Fenwick just kind of weathered the storm. Buck had a lot of quick offense, but really, once Jeremiah had enough of it, he just put Buck down. Cashman cashes out. Your winner, Jeremiah Fenwick. Up next, it's the Intergalactic Wanderer Ukulele versus Joel the Mailman Bacon. Our LBW faithful have seen a lot of impressive work by Joel the Mailman Bacon. In just a few weeks, he's established a name for himself as a tough, rugged competitor who is honed and just molded by the rigors of the federal government. They put him in a lab somewhere. They probably had him in like a beaker. And first they built the beard, and then they built the stocky little pork body around the beard. And then they put a page boy cap on it and told him to go deliver mail so that he would learn to hate. He would learn to resent. And he would take that resentment, and they would teach him sambo, and they would teach him to be a pro wrestler, and he would swagger into the ring. He has bad eyes, so he wears big glasses. But he would take all that resentment and animosity, and he would bring it here to low-budget wrestling, where he would make a fantastic showing in the LBW heavyweight title tournament, making it to the semifinal rounds. He would have a very, very impressive showing in the Second Chance Battle Royal, where he went one-on-one. He ended up being the second to last survivor against the eventual winner, Mr. Handy. Went one-on-one until he was finally overcome. And tonight, he's going to take on the Intergalactic Warrior, the Wanderer, Ukulele, our visitor from beyond the stars. Because LBW doesn't just attract Earth heroes. Oh no, our name has transcended the galaxy to where Ukulele, a famous champion on his own planet, which he hasn't really decided to tell me what it is yet. He's been watching Earth transmissions, and he wanted to see what heroes are like on our planet. So he was getting some broadcasts. He saw this one guy. He seems to be super powered. He never seems to lose. Always has a towel in his pocket, and that's who he's decided to emulate his Earth body shape and character model after. That's who he got. I don't know whose face he decided to steal, but he tells me that he wears that face to be more comfortable, so that we have a focal point to look, so we don't stare, because apparently it's rude in his culture to stare at his ocular stalks. It's not cool, so we're not gonna be cool. We're gonna be cool about it. We're gonna respect his decision. He's throwing up the sign of the 3D. He's a big Dudley Boys fan. Big Dudley Boys fan. Bubba Ray, what's up, my brother? But this is also gonna be his first televised match here in low budget wrestling, and he's got a tall order tonight. Ukulele the Wanderer versus Joel the Mailman Bacon. Coming up next. Bacon out of the gate, sprints across the ring with the belly-to-belly suplex. He is in an extra bad mood tonight. Coming out of the holiday season, he's not getting that overtime pay anymore. He's just got time to be in the gym, working on doing beard presses, getting stronger. The Ukulele counters with a lifting gut wrench. Gets that leg swept out from underneath him. Countered again, back and forth. Ukulele applying the nerve hold to the big trapezius muscle. It's aggravated. It's gonna slow that. It's gonna slow that big male monster down. Pulls into his feet. Back to leg. Snap suplex. Lift by the ears, and he goes for the neck wrench. Now, we saw the neck wrench used by Jeremiah Fenwick in our first contest. Like I said, you reach underneath the chin and the top of the head. You twist hard. You know, it doesn't seem like it's going to do a lot of damage right now, but it's one of those things that can wear on you as the match goes. The longer the match goes, your opponent's going to lose the ability to turn their head to the side. It's going to stiffen up on them, and if you can't turn the look, you're not going to see attack coming from the side. There's definitely a reason. Bacon bails out of the ring to take a minute to think about it. Back in, Irish whip, off ropes. Spinning heel kick. Bacon, the surprising athleticism of a guy that looks like a human fire plug. Yeah, he's going to say that. He's going to surprise you every time. There's a lot of lift in those Nikes. Drops the headbutt. Page boy cap to the face. Those hard. Elbows to the traps. 1, 2, over and over again. Bacon's thinking about it, goes right back to the well again. Paying back that nerve hold. Joe, just, instead of going for a submission-based offense, he is just brutalizing our visitor. I'm going to get in the corner and stomp it up a little bit. Oh, like a mad little kid angry in a candy store full of pain. The crowd letting him know what they think about Joe Bacon. I don't think he cares, honestly. Between you and me, I don't think booing him does anything. Really, just makes him hit you harder. So, LBW faithful might want to reconsider. Bacon to the middle rope, stacks him up. Follow-away suplex from the middle rope to the ring mat. Pin him. No pin. Goes with a leaping side kick. He's looking to inflict damage. Bacon reversal, punch to the kidney, forearm. Off the ropes, into the corner. Kick to the breadbasket and another to the sternum. Grabs those ankles, yanks him up into a sitting powerbomb. Bacon is looking to dish out the punishment right now. No pinfalls, no nothing. Nails the leaping side kick that time. First pinfall. Maybe that'll be enough. Ukulele not. Just can't get it out of the old way. Kick out at 2. Ukulele not really getting on track. Bacon keeping his foot on the gas here. And keeping his foot in the small of the back of the Wanderer. Gets him wrapped up in the accolade, but his feet are in the ropes. Unlike 2 weeks ago in the heavyweight title tournament where there was no disqualifications, now we're back to our normal set of rules. A rope break can occur if the victim of a submission is caught in the ropes. Bacon's got to be aware of that. He's got to temper that offense to work within the rule set. We gave everybody a lot of leeway and we wanted to get our first champion crown the best way we could, but it's back to business as usual, and Bacon's got to know better than that. He's a veteran. Ukulele picks him up, backbreaker, center of the ring, hops over, climbing at the top rope, looking for some high-grade offense here. Needs to make a big impact, but taking the time to taunt Bacon to his feet. Jumping axe handle misses wildly. Turns around, lands a kick to the gut. Bacon fights him off. Those taped fists. Under the arm, side Uranagi suplex. He dumped him right on his neck. Kick to the stomach. I don't know if Bacon knows a lot about alien anatomy. Thought he was going to go for the low blow, decided to opt for the stomach. You got abs, that means I can hit you in them. Pick up, tilt to whirl, side slam. He's using that stocky body, that powerhouse build. Just throw him at the ground. picked up. Ukulele escapes, pushes Bacon off. Kick to the gut. He's going to try the alien bomb again. Gets it, countered by Joel Bacon. He's seen it before. Bacon's having none of it. Kick to the body, kick to the butt. Rolls him over, kick to the spine, accolade again. But look at the positioning. His foot, Ukulele is able to get that foot underneath the bottom rope, and the referee forces a break before the accolade can do any real kind of damage. Which, honestly, I think is just going to make Bacon beat you more. There have been fits and spurts of offense from Ukulele tonight, but really, our visitor from Beyond the Stars is just getting manhandled by Joel Bacon. Or mail-handled by the mailman. Huh? That do anything for you? Because that Dragon Sleeper neckbreaker did something for me. Hard chop. Forearm. Off the ropes. Forearm chop to the face. Ukulele trying to get something going. Bacon's down for only the second or third time this match. Ukulele rolls through, picks his man up, spins him over. Emerald Explosion neckbreaker. Concentrating that offense and doesn't go for a pin. Opts instead to keep the abuse going. I think he knows it's not going to be enough. Targeting the left arm. Ukulele's feeling it. He's feeling it. Sets him up. Up in the air. Beast bomb. Tiptoe power bomb. You gotta drag him away. See, Ukulele's learned his lesson and saved him twice. That rope break has saved him twice. He knows not to give Bacon the same opportunity. If it's not gonna get him, he's gonna make him kick all the way out of it. Hard kick to the back. But that just seems to have woken Joel Bacon up. Headbutt to the beard. Picked up. Bacon fights it off. Traps the knee. Falling arm breaker. Good counter. The crowd's getting behind Ukulele. Really looking for our visitor to pull something out here. Lifting vertical suplex. Brings him all the way over. But how much did it take out of Ukulele? They're both down in the center of the ring. Ukulele rolls to his stomach first. He's trying to drag himself to his feet. And he pulls himself over to make the cover. Ooh, short 2 count. Bacon had enough time to rest. Get himself in. Dodges the kick to the spine. He gets that arm twisted, reverses. Ukulele rolling through again. He's looking for that Emerald Explosion. Then tip him around, grab that neck. Cranks him down again. And again, doesn't go for the pinfall. Knows that's not going to be enough. Bacon goes in the eyes. A dirty tactic. And directly into the stump. Puller pile driver. He busts the man open and goes immediately for the pin. Ukulele stunned. And it's enough to nab the 3 count. Joel Bacon is your winner. Take a look at some of these highlights. Fantastic contest. Ukulele dodges the stepping sidekick. But doesn't dodge it a second when he sees it the second time. We saw the Emerald Explosion neckbreaker. He pulled it out twice, and he used the tiptoe powerbomb. Both of these were not enough to stop the offensive flow of Joel Bacon. Just a lot. It seems like Ukulele is not quite quick on the covers there. Maybe a little unfamiliar with the flow of the match, but Joel Bacon knows an advantage when he sees it. He knows the match is getting on. He doesn't have a lot left in the tank. It's time to bring out the finisher. The stump puller pile driver. It busts the man's forehead wide open somehow. There's the power of negativity. And it's enough to land him the win. Your winner, Joel the Mailman Bacon.
This is Arshawn Wells, current LBW champion and self-described wine enthusiast. His love of wine has led to many interactions with the police. Is this the type of man who you want as your LBW champion? Definitely not. LBW needs a real champion. A champion you can admire and respect. A champion like Rip the Ladies' Man Sexton. Paid for by the committee to get Rip Sexton an LBW title shot.
Alright, we're coming up to our main event of the evening. It's Rip the Ladies' Man Sexton versus Bear the Russian Gladiator Bradford. This matchup was made by our general manager in response to what she coined social media pressure. And judging by the advertisements we're starting to see on the show, the committee to get Rip Sexton the title shot seems to be making waves. At the very least, they've gotten your boy Rip into a main event match here on the third week of LBW. So Rip Sexton is one half of tag team American Sausage. American Sausage came to a bitter end when they got Rip and his former partner Big Ham got into a bit of a kerfuffle, a bit of a spat. There's tell that there was the breakup was, the way Rip tells it, the breakup was amiable. They both agreed that Rip was the bigger star, and it was time for him to move on to bigger things. Now, I've known Big Ham for a while. He's a tremendous competitor. Rip, also a fantastic athlete. It's a shame to see American Sausage meet their end before they ever got a chance to really shine here on LBW television. One thing that definitely would not have helped American Sausage is dealing with someone the likes of Bear Bradford. Every time we see Bear Bradford, it's easy to think that the only thing you need to talk about with this guy is the theatrics. It's easy to say, oh, he's just a maniac. It's also easy to only point out that he's a fantastic athlete, that his technical expertise is deceptive, that all of this is an act. But it's important to also talk about that because it's a mind game. It's a long con. Because no matter how many times you see it, no matter how many times we tell you that Bear Bradford is dangerous, he's always going to drive home the crazy. He's going to emphasize, he's going to try to up the ante every time you see him, so that you keep forgetting that he's actually a dangerous competitor in this ring. The guy's got speed, size, agility. We've seen agile big men all through LBW. Our champion managed to best two of our premier luchadors in the title tournament with agility. The Randy Stan match with Arshawn Wells, a little bit less agility, a little bit overpowering crush. But hey, it got him the title, and that's where Bear Bradford is looking right now. All this attention that Rip Sexton is garnering for himself via his committee to get an LBW title shot. Bear Bradford knows he was handpicked by our general manager to be the one to squash this movement. If he can get the win here tonight, it's going to move him that much closer to title contention. So there's something on the line for everybody here. Rip Sexton has to make good on his claims if he's going to claim that he wasn't given a fair shake, he needs to go out here and impress tonight. He needs to show the GM that, he deserves that to be the next opponent. But on the other hand, anyone that he's in there against, they can use his current media savvy against him. They can use him as a stepping stone. So Rip Sexton's in a dangerous situation here. He can be made not a fool of, but he can be used by Bear Bradford to catapult himself into the limelight at Rip's expense. And there is nothing that shiny hairball of a man wants less than for someone else to be a bigger star than he. competitors are all warmed up. Ring the bell. Bear Bradford runs over, flying a head scissor takedown. Off to a fast start. Wraps the right arm underneath. Lays the left down. This should technically be a pinning predicament, but chooses to stomp on the elbow instead. No pin needed. Backs up, running drop kick to the side of the temple. Big leg drop across the. Rip needs to get himself situated here. There goes for the senton, misses off the middle rope. This is Rip's opportunity to get in this thing. Gets that arm twisted, arm breaker. Keeps him on his feet. Irish him off the ropes into a running belly to belly suplex. Yeah, Bear Bradford's feeling it. Rip side suplex into the backbreaker. We saw Rip do a lot of focus a lot of his attention on the back of Mr. Andy in the LBW title tournament, which led to a win. Focusing the offense on one part of the body. It helps set by focusing on the lower back. It helps Rip set his opponents up for the deep six. It's a spinning side slam lunge directly on your spine. The shock of the hit gives Rip enough time to get you pinned. You set that up by doing that good back work. We're going to see if Rip sticks to that game plan tonight. Tucks the arm, teardrop suplex, drops it right on his neck. The neck and the upper back. Goes for a quick pin. And a fast kick out. Ooh. Rip went to go for the punches, takes an elbow to the gut, and a hard smash right to the face. Tiger driver, face buster. Dropped him right on that beautiful mustache. It's a quick 2, nothing more. I don't know why Bear Bradford's looking confused. It's too early to put down Rip Sexton. But he's going to taunt to do his feet. Maybe he's got something bigger planned. Smash right again. Picking him up. Omega driver. Rip does not know what week he's in. And the Omega driver doesn't do it. Still too early. But Rip may have got away from the pin, but he is not on his feet yet. He's taking his breather. And Bear's giving it to him. Bear's letting him have it. Reapplies the pressure, drops that big leg. Now he's kind of feeling it. So whatever brief respite Bear Bradford was willing to give, it looks like it's over now. Hops outside the ring. Flip over tope con hilo across the chest. Oh, we've seen this before. We saw this in the early part. Tuck that right arm. He's going to bend it across. And look, you can see now. Look how deep the right arm is trapped under Rip Sexton. Hard kick to the back. Rip is in trouble. Kicks up. This is a full reverse that momentum. Rip grinding down. The knee across the back. A little taunt for the people. They get that mojo flowing back the right way. The crowd not enjoying the performance of Bear Bradford. Rip got him fired up. Goes for the deep six. Ooh, quick kick out. Oh no. Work it out. Rip taunting him to his feet. What's he looking for here? Pulls him into the end of days. Reverse face buster. Hits that leg. No pin there. So Rip got time to showboat. Feels like he's back in control of this thing. He pulls Bradford up by his hair. Gets an arm drag counter over. Bradford hit to the face. Touches the arm. Rip blocks the suplex. Hard punch to the gut. Pulls him in for a powerbomb. Lifting powerbomb, driving straight down on his back. Looking to grabs a steel chair from outside the ring. Oh, hard shot to the spine. Now referee's gonna let this go. Rip tosses the chair out of the ring like it didn't happen. So I guess we're gonna pretend that's cool. That's fine. So when you got the swagger of the ladies man section, you can just get away with apparently blatantly cheating right in front of our official. Who didn't see a thing? Didn't see it, didn't happen. Deep six, corner of the ring, away from the ropes. No pin, 2 count, hard 2. Rip arguing with the officials, not going to get him anywhere. He can keep that offensive pain train moving. Gets his eyes closed. Blocks the right, counters with his stiff elbow. Shoulders, big Samoan drop. But how much gas does Rip Sexton have left in the tank? So that flurry of offense, but it didn't net him a 3 count. Picks Bradford up. Bradford counters a European uppercut. Dives inside. Rip grabs that head and yanks him into a DDT. And throws him into the deep 6 one more time. And that gets him the win. Deep 6 for the 1, 2, 3. Rip Sexton is your winner. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. The Tiger Driver into the face buster. Big offense from Bear Bradford early on. They mostly kept this thing clean inside the ring, which for these two is astonishing. It's a quick 2 count there. Kicked up into the Omega Driver. You tuck that arm drop, Rip right on his head. You can see Rip kick out at 2 here, but this is also where he didn't get back to his feet for almost a good 30, 40 seconds. Used that time to recover and pulled him into the deep 6, the first of 3. There's a second. There's a third. Well, I'll tell you, that was the third one. The Rip Sexton is your winner. We're going to see how we're going to have a talk with our general manager, see if this performance has impressed her enough to get the committee to get Rip Sexton a title shot. What they want. They want Rip Sexton to get a one-on-one opportunity with our champion, R. Shawn Wells. They want Rip to get their title shot. Hashtag give Rip a shot. Give Rip a shot. Now, as your unbiased commentator, it's not for me to say whether Rip Sexton really deserves that one-on-one match that he arguably earned by winning his matches in the title tournament. Now, that is an issue we're going to have to bring up with our general manager next week on LBW.